Let's call to order the meeting of the Oversight Committee for the date of December the 18th, 2013. And everybody out there is welcome. So may I have a roll call, please?
Board members Abkarian. Here. Barry. Here. Nakasone. Here. Ochoa.
Here.
Sheehan. Steger.
Here.
And Chair Raggio.
Yes, here. Next item, please.
The posting of the agenda for the December 18, 2013 special meeting of the Glendale Oversight Board was posted on Thursday, December 12, 2013 on the bulletin board outside City Hall. And at 2A is approval of minutes.
May I have a motion to approve the minutes?
Move to accept. Second.
Any further discussion or changes? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Board members Abkarian.
Yes.
Barry.
Yes.
Nakasone.
Yes.
Ochoa.
Yes.
Sheehan.
Yes.
Steger.
Yes.
Chair Raggio.
Yes. Next item, please.
Yeah, there are no informational items. At 4A, Director of Economic Development regarding amended and restated disposition and development agreement for the Wilson, Maryland Lofts, Lemley Lofts project. At 4A1 is resolution approving an amended and restated disposition and development agreement. And at 4A2 is resolution approving the enforceable obligation implementation and tax entity compensation agreement.
Mr. Chairman, members of the Oversight Board, if you were to approve this item, would be the last step on a long road for this project. You've seen many pieces of it before in different variations on your ROPS, on the long-range property management plan. You had directed us to do certain renegotiations with the developer, which we have done, and now we're before you with a final agreement. This project started prior to the dissolution of redevelopment. It was an enforceable obligation. There were some changes to the project and some added financing. In August of this year, the board directed staff to go ahead and negotiate both an amended and restated disposition development agreement to include those dollars and that change of scope, as well as tax sharing agreements that would provide funding from the City of Glendale to the other taxing entities to mitigate any negative financial impact from doing the project. We have finally arrived to the point where we have an amended and restated disposition development agreement in front of you. It generally is the same terms. It contributes the land to the developer plus $2.6 million. That includes an additional $1.1 million so we could put some underground parking in. On the tax sharing agreement side, I have negotiated with my counterparts with all of the taxing entities that represent, or that you represent, their sponsoring entities, the county, the school district, the college district, and the county for flood control and fire and all of the other taxing entities. And we have all agreed to that tax sharing agreement. It has been before all of the boards, and I'm pleased to say yesterday the County Board of Supervisors unanimously approved that tax sharing agreement. Monday, the College Board approved that. Sometime before Thanksgiving, the school board, as well as our city council. So we have all of the sponsoring taxing entities in agreement that this is the move that we should make. Based on those approvals, based on the direction from the Successor Agency, the Oversight Board, and those other taxing entities, we're here recommending to you approval of this amended and restated disposition and development agreement, as well as the tax sharing agreement, which is attached as Exhibit 2 to your report. If you have any questions or need more detail, we'd be happy to provide that for you.
Question? I just have one question. The final approval is most likely in February, is it not?
Yes, we'll send it to the Department of Finance tomorrow or Friday. They typically have taken the maximum time to review it simply because they have so many things. I would say we have a very good relationship with the Department of Finance. They understand what we were trying to accomplish with this. In fact, they've approved the funding conditional on entering into those tax agreements. So it's already been approved for this ROPS.
Because the schedule as depicted in the notes here is dependent upon that final approval. And this means that we will be meeting in February if everything goes with the state as it should then.
If everything goes to the state as it should, this today should be your last action on this project.
Good.
The funding's in place. If the department approves the agreements, we'll give the developer the green light to start construction drawings and hope to be under construction sometime late 2014.
Very good. Well, we have a motion to approve and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, a roll call.
Board members Afkarian,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
Nakasone,
Yes.
Ochoa,
Yes.
Sheehan,
Yes.
Teagle,
Yes.
Chair Raggio.
Yes.
Were there two different motions, or were we supposed to do one motion?
They could be moved together.
Moved together, okay.
Next item, please.
At item 5 is oral communications. No cards were submitted. And item 6 would be board member staff comments.
Since there are no board members, I'll just
Well,
make
you don't know that. You just interrupted.
look for hands.
I defer.
Thank you. We have two announcements on behalf of staff. The first is we received our ROPS 1314B determination letter at 11:53 p.m. last night from the Department of Finance. I'll be forwarding this on to the board, but I wanted to share the good news. They did approve the two items that we requested a meet and discuss with them, which were to allow us to reserve some additional debt service payments towards the next ROPS, and that resulted from us refunding and lowering our debt service, so they gave thumbs up to that. And the second item was a trailing invoice related from our ROPS 3 reconciliation, which they allowed us to count towards this adjustment. And so we got everything we wanted for during this ROPS. This is probably the smoothest ROPS thus far, so this is really good news for us. And the second item I wanted to share with the board is just looking forward to next year's schedule. Our January board meeting falls on New Year's Day, and so we are proposing to cancel the January board meeting.
I don't know, let's talk.
And then looking forward to February, our regular scheduled meeting falls on February the 5th. We are requesting the board's approval to move that to February 26th. We did reach out to your assistants a while back, and everybody's calendar was open for that date. And the purpose for doing that is we have the next ROPS, which would be ROPS 1415A, that's due to the Department of Finance March 1st. So we're trying to give us a little bit more time to prepare it, so that if we bring it to you on the 26th, we can send it to DOF by March 1st.
Is that good,
Yes.
Okay.
everybody? I'm surprised that somebody was awake in the Capitol at 11:53 to send this to you. That surprises me. Yeah, you're probably right.
Mr. Chairman, one other item is Ms. Babolian was giving you that. It strikes me, I'm not sure that you're aware. We did close on our bonds that you approved, and so we are able to now save all of the taxing entities additional dollars in debt service. So
great.
that was also good news.
Great.
Congratulations.
Well, it's Christmas. We should be getting good news. Well, is there anything else that board members have comment on? We have no need for a closed session, I would assume. And
Move to adjourn.
No business. Well, and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all. Ho, ho, ho.
And was there a second for the adjournment? Oh, who moved it? And who seconded?
Curry first.
Second. Thank you.
We are adjourned.